Welcome into another edition of Outside the SEC with LT. I'm Lance Taylor from Lance'sLock.com and the Jocks Roundtable, and each and every week we give you 3 games away from the Southeastern Conference. Not only do we break these games down, but we also try to give you winners against the number in Las Vegas. Just like last week, we will also give you some bonus local flavor at the end, so make sure you stay tuned for that. Coming off another 2-1, we're still searching for that perfect 3-0. We start first with a Friday primetime matchup in the Pac-12 as USC play host to number 11 Utah. Kyle Whittingham's squad rolls into LA as the Pac-12 favorites, and this is one of their 2 most difficult regular season matchups of 2019. The Utes have not disappointed so far as they've won all 3 of their games by at least 18 points, and this offensive line is yet to give up a sack on talented quarterback Tyler Huntley. On the other side, USC is coming off their first loss of the season, a disappointing setback in overtime on the road against BYU. As good as true freshman quarterback Keaton Slovis was in his first start against Stanford, he was equally bad in the loss to the Cougars, throwing 3 picks. The good news for the Trojans, they get this Utah team in the Coliseum, and although it's not a huge sample size, the Utes have never won in this building. I will take USC bouncing back plus the 3.5. Next, we have an early Saturday kick between 2 top 15 Big Ten teams as Michigan heads to Camp Randall to take on Wisconsin. This was a bloodbath last year as the Wolverines thumped Wisconsin by 25 in Paul Chryst's worst loss as the Badgers head coach. Both teams are coming off byes, and although Wisconsin seems much more balanced and mistake-free with Jack Cohn at quarterback and Jonathan Taylor carving up defenses on the ground, I think this game is much more important for head coach Jim Harbaugh. Harbaugh just 1-5 on the road versus ranked opponents as Michigan's head coach. Shea Patterson is going to have to do a much better job protecting the football, but I think this one comes down to the wire, and I'll take the road dog. Give me Michigan plus the 3.5. Finally, we head to Big 12 country as Texas hosts Oklahoma State in a huge early conference matchup for both teams. While Texas does possess a top 10 player in college football and quarterback Sam Ehlinger, do not sleep on this Cowboy offense that rolls into Austin at 3-0 and is averaging over 49 points per game. Led by the 1-2 punch of freshman quarterback Spencer Sanders and running back Chuba Hubbard, this is a team that has a ton of confidence and also a team that has history on its side. OSU has now beaten the Horns in 5 straight games in Austin. That is the most ever by a Texas opponent. I'll play history and this really explosive Mike Gundy offense. Give me another road dog, the Cowboys plus 5.5. So there you go. 3 more dogs for week 4 with USC, Michigan, and Oak State. But before we leave, we promised 1 local game, and for that we head to College Station, for a 2:30 CBS matchup between Auburn and Texas A&M. This is obviously a huge game for both head coaches, Gus Malzahn and Jimbo Fisher, but right now, not trusting either one of their quarterbacks. Bo Nix is a true freshman, has had his moments, but in this environment against a top 25 defense, making plays is going to be tough. On the other side, Kellen Mond hasn't played to the level most thought he would after coming off a really solid 2018. In the end, I'm playing the strong suits of both of these teams. That's defense. I'll take under the 48 points. Good luck. Have a great weekend, and please check us out at Lance'sLock.com or weekdays from 6 to 10 on the Jocks Roundtable. I'm Lance Taylor, and this has been Outside the SEC with LT.